What's up, YouTube? It's Dan from Daft Previews, and we are back. I've got another 3 NBA player props for you. We just had a sweep yesterday, 3-0, so stick around to the end so you can see a recap of what we played yesterday. But let's get straight into today's picks. Our very first pick, I like Cade Cunningham, over 23.5 points from the Detroit Pistons. Now, he's only covered this line in 13 of 30 games this season, averaging 23 points per game. His recent form has been arousing, though, sure to get you up. He's covered in 4 of his last 5 games, averaging 30 points per game. Now, during this 5-game stretch, we're seeing Cade play more minutes, so that's 37 per game. He's attempting more shots, 21 per game. Both of those are above his season average. His field goal percentage is up to 57%, while his three-point percentage is up to 37%, both above his career average so far. So safe to say that this boy is hot. So he's due for some regression soon. But whilst the Pistons are riding this 27-game losing streak, every game appears to be important. And based on the way that Cade's playing and the minutes that he's participating in, winning is important to him as well. He's up against the Boston Celtics in this game, one of the premier teams in the Eastern Conference, and no one's going to give Detroit a chance to win. And neither do I. But where the Celtics have been particularly soft defensively is in defending point guards. So this season, they allow the 4th most points to point guards, which is concerning, given that the Celtics allow the 3rd least amount of points overall. So Cade, he's had 4 career games against the Celtics. He's covered this line in 2 of them. He scored 20, 25, 27, and 4 points. So Cade doesn't fear this matchup. The Celtics don't defend point guards very well, and Cade is on an absolute heater at the moment. So let's go. Cade Cunningham, over 23.5 points. Our next pick is Jamal Murray, over 4.5 rebounds. So the line set at 4.5. We're also getting plus money for this at the moment. And fair enough, given that Jamal Murray's only covered this line in 7 of 18 games in the year. He's averaging 3.9 rebounds per game. His last 5 games have been more promising. He's covered in 3 of his last 5, averaging 6 rebounds per game. And in that span, the lowest number of rebounds he's gotten in a game being 4. So the Denver Nuggets, they will be missing Aaron Gordon in this one after he's attacked by a dog, causing some lacerations to his hands and his face. I've actually heard rumors that it was Jokic's dog. So if someone has more information on that, please share it in the comment section. But more to Aaron Gordon, he is one of the better rebounders outside of Jokic. And with him gone, that's going to result in Strawther and Peyton Watson getting more game time. Neither of those are strong rebounders. They're more big 2s, potentially 3s. Michael Porter Jr. will end up playing the 4 when they get more game time. Look, he is up against the Grizzlies today. They do allow the most rebounds to point guards in the league. The Grizzlies also attempt the 6th most 3-pointers in the league, and they shoot the league worst 33% from downtown. So I don't know if you've played basketball before, but if you miss a lot of 3s, basically long shots means long rebounds, and that's where your guards step in. We've seen the likes of Trae Young and Tyrese Halliburton recently cover their rebounds line against Memphis, and that's due to long rebounds from misses from deep. So I'm liking Jamal Murray there. It is plus money, over 4.5 rebounds. Let's get it, Jamal. I also just wanted to give a shout out to Michael O'Donnell, 9477, for the comment of the day in the last video. He said, I'm riding with you. And that shit made me laugh right there. And look, I'll be picking a comment of the day for each video. So get busy in the comment section. It could be you featuring in the next one. But for real, thanks for the support that I have been getting as of late. It's been great. The channel's been getting nice and busy. The views have been coming in. The best way to show me some love is to like, subscribe if you haven't already. And please watch the video till the end. As we know, YouTube loves watch time. So please keep on watching. Now let's get on to our final pick. Our last pick is Lauri Markkanen, over 7.5 rebounds. Now, Lauri has hit this line at an astonishing 15 of 21 games this season, on his way to averaging 8.8 rebounds per game. His recent form has been just as good, covering in 4 of his last 5, averaging 9.4 rebounds per game. The only reason I can see this line being under his averages on the season and against the Pelicans is that he'll be lining up at the 3. The Jazz are close to full strength. The New Orleans Pelicans, they actually allow one of the least number of rebounds to small forwards in the league, but they give up the most rebounds to power forwards in the league. And these days, 3s and 4s are not too different, especially when you're talking about Lauri Markkanen and John Collins. They'll be switching shit up all the time. Regardless, I think Lauri Markkanen is a better rebounder than Kelly Olynyk, who's starting at center. and a better rebound in John Collins, who's apparently starting at power forward. So I'm more than happy to take Lauri Markkanen at 7.5 here. If I was a sportsbook, I'd personally be setting this at 8.5, because at 8.5, I'm like, I'm not too sure, but I'd probably still take it. So you might see this line move. At the moment, it's it's 7.5. The odds are about $1.75, $1.80. So still happy to play that as a single, especially given the hit rate. So it's a positive EV play in my opinion. Lauri Markkanen, I haven't seen any headlines for a minutes restriction or anything like that. So let's go Lauri. All right, so let's go ahead and just jump into a recap on the day that was. We had 3 picks on the last video. First one is Julius Randle over 24.5 points. It was a slow start, and then he had a massive third quarter. And then the fourth quarter, he did nothing until the very last 20 seconds of the game, when the game was all but done, and finished on 25 points. So that was quite a sweat, to be honest, but came home nonetheless. The next pick was Giannis Antetokounmpo. We took him over in his assists. I think he got it early in the third quarter. I think he had 4 assists by the first quarter, so that was pretty no sweat. That was a nice and easy one for Giannis. And then the last one was Daniel Gafford over 7.5 rebounds. First quarter was a little bit slow. Then he started to pick it up and he was going quite well, but then you could see that a blowout was coming. And I was worried that at any moment that they were going to pull the starters in this one. They pulled the starters and I hadn't checked the stats, and I was like, crap, he's going to be stuck on 7. Then I checked the stats and then he was on 8. So lucky me, Daniel Gafford delivered. So we had the sweep yesterday. We're up plus 5.28 units on the day. If you're wondering about our staking strategy for these single props, I put 2 units on them. And then when I play value plays, I play 1 unit on those. Pretty much, I play props to win enough money to give me an opportunity to play these value plays. So as you can see, props hit at 56%, we're up 14 units. The value plays are up 47 units, but these don't come around every single day, and I'd be a fool to try to force it. So when I do find one, I shall let you know. But in the interim, we'll get these props happening. The graph at the bottom is pretty much every single bet that I've made on the YouTube channel. It's 204 bets so far in the NBA this season. We're up 52.17 units, 14.8% return on your investment. So things are going very well for us over here. We're just going to keep that shit rolling. So like that video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Drop your hottest comment in the comment section. Whatever comment makes me laugh the most or warms my heart the most, I'll give you guys a shout out in the next video. But other than that, here's the outro that you've been looking for. Peace.
Sub to the channel cause your boy's getting busy. Coming to you live from the west side of Sydney. We've got the free picks and the juice on the daily. It's all free, you don't even have to pay me.